Hey guys, back for round deuce. And we're going to mulligan this hand on the draw with a 1 land. This is about the same exact hand, it just has extra lands. So we'll keep this on the draw and I will keep that mountain on top. That will allow us to cast our Sidraxis Spectre right away. So this hand is actually pretty decent, depending on how our opponent's draw pans out. But I can cast Sidraxis Spectre and then like chill his blocker if he's got a blocker to get out of the way. I can play Tandem Lookout to pair it so that we, I draw a card, he discards a card on every hit. I could play Sever to get rid of something. That's beautiful. And that tap land that I just drew is actually awesome because it allows me to, still play one of my 3-drops and go ahead and get in. So if he's got another Hookmaster or a way to blink it, then that's, unfortunate, but, what are you going to do? Ah, see? That's beauteous. So watch. He has an island up. Unlikely that it is Spell Pierce, but it's still a possibility. So I'm going to... I could actually web it, which might be better. I don't know why you wouldn't attack with that. There's no way you don't have jump in this format, do we? But so I could, if I web the Talon Trooper, then it's just locked down permanently, and I think I would rather do that actually. Let's see if he's got a Spell Pierce. Ah, no Spell Pierce. Alright. I don't know why he didn't attack with the Hookmaster. I mean, there's literally no way to give it flying. I don't think in the entire format. I mean, there's like Gift of Orzhova, but you're not casting that for 1 blue mana at its speed, so I don't know. That's just my opinion. Seems like an oversight. So he discards an island. And he has no flyers, and I've got 2 ways to get rid of another flyer if he decides to try and block again. Ah. So he does in fact have a way to return the Talon Trooper and cast it again. And he now attacks me with the Core Hookmaster, which is Correctamundo. And we're going to Crippling Chill that thing right away. Play a land that we drew, which is Fantabuloso, and he's going to discard another card. Gideon's Lockkeeper, down for the count. And then now I get to claim another one of his cards, unless he's got something else, and then his Talon Trooper will untap, or whatever, and at that point, I mean, I just don't even care. Because I would have taken his entire hand. Ah, so he has no hand left. That makes sense. Alright, so if I draw a mountain, or a red source, I can cast Cruel Ultimatum, which is not as good when your opponent has no cards in hand, but that's kind of okay. Right now, I think I leave... Huh, okay. So I can cast Spire Monitor as an Ambush Viper. He has to draw a removal spell for it. Or he is, yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna pass here. I could play Sever the Bloodline on the Falconwrath Noble, which, don't get me wrong, is super tempting. But I'm gonna just try to ambush something with Spire Monitor here and see what happens. Alright, so he's crashing in with everything but that. So we're going to play the Spire Monitor, and I'm just going to put it in front of the Talon Trooper, I think. There's an argument to block with the Sidraxis Spectre, but I really don't want to get drained for an additional 2 and lose my guy. I'd rather have it in play. And then now what I think that I do, now that I have another creature, is... I think that I sever the Falconwrath Noble, and then I crack in with the Spectre. So I can either get rid of the guy that he's got, or the card that he's got in his hand, or he just casts it and, you know, whatever. Oh, so it's a tower gargoyle. That's a pretty large creature. So I actually believe that I want to get rid of that instead. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and get rid of that. So if I draw another land, then I can flash this back and get rid of the Noble, which is fine. I'm actually going to attack with this Attracting Spectre now because I'm not blocking, and if he wants to block with his Noble, then he can go right ahead and do that. Ah, perfect. That worked out absolutely perfect for me because, you know, he gets a Dreamy for 2 or whatever, but he has no cards in his hand. And I've got a blocker that can take care of both of his things. And I still have this, you know, in reserve if he keeps cards in hand. Or I can just get it back with Cruel Ultimatum, so it's totally fine. If I draw any land, I can cast Simic Sky Swallower. If I draw Red Source, I get to cast Cruel Ultimatum. He drew an Abyssal Spectre. Okay, that's a compulsive research, so I think we're gonna compulsively research. And I'm gonna discard a land. And it's going to be this Golgari Gate, which I do not need any more of. I'm going to cast this Jungle Shrine. And I'm going to play this Tandem. Oh, look out! So I'll bond it with the Spire Monitor and just pass. I'm not going to attack. And I will block if he attacks me with, like, you know, whatever. I don't see why he would. It just doesn't really make any sense. But that's fine. Okay, so we're gonna go blue, blue, black, 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 red, red, Cruel Ultimatum. If you drew removal, or I mean, if you drew a counter spell, unlucky, but nothing I can do about it. It's not like I'm not casting this spell. I mean, you know. So we're gonna get back our Spectre. Drew a land. I drew 3 cards, and I'm still just gonna chill back. Once I cast like my Spinner and my Swallower, then I'll be able to start attacking. One, two, three. Okay, so I'm gonna play Coiling Oracle and hit Wall of Frost. Cool. So I'll play the Arachnus Spinner. Play the Golgari Gate, and I'm going to attack with the Spire Monitor this time. So we get to draw a card. Rakdos Signet, don't care, cool. Play some tunes. And give me some feedback too. I mean, like, cause I've got a very, very broad set list. Herp a derp. This card has reach. Yes, no, maybe. But yeah, I've got a super broad musical library. I like pretty much everything. So if you've got suggestions and stuff you think that I'd like, or stuff you want to hear on my videos, please feel free to speak up. Alright, so I'm just going to web this thing now and get the web out of my graveyard. I still have a web in my deck, so I want to kind of keep that as a surprise. But just go like that. Boom. And we drew Mr. Raven. So I'm just going to play the Signet and just crack. He's dead on board. Unless he's got something. I don't really want to show him Raven. Well, I definitely don't want to show him Raven. Or Simic Sky Swallower if I can avoid it. So I'm just going to kill him. Okay. So you take 5. Deputy of Acquittals. Oh, alright. I figured he was just gonna eat that, but that's fine. What did you return? You returned a core Hookmaster, so you can tap my spinner. Alright, so I guess we'll show him the Sky Swallower. Really don't like to show my opponent's bombs if I can avoid it, but he has to draw something to block flyers. Like I had mentioned, I think there's only a few ways to answer this card. That's one of them. That's funny. And it's perfect too, because he has 6 mana, so he can tap my thing, so I can't web it. Oh, that is gas. Alright, well, I'm just gonna bounce it and kill him, but that's funny. Alright, so alright, let's go to the sideboard now. I don't think that I really want anything in here. Yeah, he's just whatever. Yeah, we'll just roll. He's got a bunch of little dorky things, whatever, I'm not too worried about. There's some funny stuff, though. So, the cards that really answer it, I mean, you got Terminus Damnation, which are obvious. You have Vampire Nighthawk. Well, okay, if you counter it on the way down, that doesn't count. You know, because it's already in play. So that doesn't really count. But, you know, you've got counters. So you've got Soul Manipulation, Mystic Genesis, whatever else. Rewind. You've got Venser just to stop it for a turn. But once it's in play, there's only a couple cards that actually answer it. Terminus Damnation, like I said. We're gonna keep this in because I've got an Olivia. I've got turn 3 Rewind, turn 3 Olivia, turn 3 Mist Raven. Seems pretty good. So Vampire Nighthawk is 1 because you just block it and it kills it. The other one is Evil Twin, which again you make a copy of it. You can't target it, but you can block it at least. Terminus Damnation, and I think that's it. There's some argument for, you know, like a bunch of flyers, and you could just like quad block it or whatever. That's not really an answer to that card. I mean, you're just going to die to that card if you try to do that. All right, so I'm just gonna rattle off this Olivia. He seems stuck on colors. So if he doesn't have an answer for this immediately, then I get to untap with Rewind and play, and I just do not see him having much success from there. So he needs to have, what, Path to Exile right here can remove it. That's about it. I mean, Dimir Signet into Agony Warp, I guess. Wall of Denial. Alright, Wall of Denial is denying me. I don't have a green source right now, so that's unfortunate, but I can Compulsive Research and pitch some stuff that I can't cast. So if I ditch 2 cards, it would be Oracle and Web, but I just drew green, so that doesn't seem like a good idea. So I'm going to just pitch this Shimmering Grotto and play this, and then I will not attack with Olivia, because why would I do that? I'll be able to get around the Wall of Denial eventually. If he ever plays any other creature ever, then he's just gonna grow Olivia. And I could even ping my own crap if I really wanted to. And that also grows Olivia. Alright, so here I will play Is It Signet, and I'll play Coiling Oracle. Okay, so I got a Spider Monitor. I guess this card also kind of answers Simic Sky Swallower when you think about it. So now Agony Warp is no longer a card that can stop me from doing my dirty deeds. I was considering shooting it, but if he doesn't in response, then I'm in trouble. It just stops me from being able to cast like my spinner and stuff like that. So, so I'm gonna pass now. Leave up Rewind, Spire Monitor. He knows I have the monitor. He does not know I have the Rewind. And that still leaves me relatively open. Alright, so let me make sure I do this right. Alright, so yeah, that's perfect. Alright. So Spire Monitor. Okay. And I'm still not growing Olivia because, you know. Alright, what do we got? Crippling Chill. Alright, that's fine. I can still hit with these two. I guess just getting for one. It's not a big deal. Sure. I think I missed a point with this a turn ago, but I'm not super worried about it. So now he hit a bunch of blue, so I'm just kind of confused, or well concerned as to what he's, you know, possibly doing. Alright, so there is a 4-hook master. We're doing tap and Spire Monitor. Sure. That's fine. Definitely not worried about that. Oh boy! Sorry for your eardrums if I blew them out, but that really sucks. I mean, he could fire back. Alright, so he doesn't have anything. But yeah, I mean, Olivia, she is pretty gross. But that was pretty insane. He just sacked his own dude. Yeah, I'm not gonna kill my coin Oracle. It doesn't really seem like a good idea. And now I don't have a rewind anymore, so I might as well just go ahead and fire off this Arachnus spinner. Excuse me. Sleepy, sleepy. Alright. Okay. So, Olivia got bigger. Oh, alright. Well, he just conceded. I can't really blame him. I probably would in that spot too. But he had 3 cards in his hand. I mean, he could have had like an Aether Toe or something like that, you know, to get around whatever. But yeah, he did not, and I unfortunately missed the GG. Sorry. But yeah, all right. So we are 2-0. We'll be back for round 3. Stay tuned.